Hello, everybody. Welcome to another beer review, TV Beer Ramble. Jean Henderson Pierre, Jean Pierre. Today we're looking at Milwaukee's Best Premium, 4.5% ABV. Other places says 4.6. I think it's 4.5. It's late in the evening right now. I'm just hanging out. I had a couple of games on. Most of these games don't look all that interesting right now, football wise. Waiting until Saturday. But in any event, beer was made by Gentleman's Brewery. Of course, the name was Gentleman's Milwaukee's best beer. Then Miller when they took over bought the company in 1961, became Milwaukee's best beer, premium. Again, 4.5% ABV, kind of viewed as Miller's sort of Miller's, if you say sort of value price beer out there right now. American Adjunct Lager. The color looks pretty decent. I buy this beer a lot. You should get in a 12-pack case. I tend to get the light version, but I prefer, I prefer the light version, but the premium, is pretty good too. About 12-pack, about 698. And 12 the 24 case and 12 pack, the 24 case comes up to about 12.97, so it's a pretty decent value. So I buy this beer quite a bit, and the light version is a good standby beer to have in the house. So I've had this in the refrigerator most of the day. I took a walk today, very exhausted, had a long day today at work. So this is like my third beer I've had today. Make that fourth beer I've had today. So, Miller, Milwaukee's best, of course, the Milwaukee's best light. More so, they've done a lot of there's some advertising. I remember, and as I said, it's one of the Milwaukee's best light review. They did back when baseball. We watched some baseball games on CBS when they had the baseball contract. They did a commercial for Milwaukee's best, and it was a beer that just had came out. Well, for me, I looked at it, it looked like it recently came out, but actually the beer had been around forever. But they did some commercial advertising, and surprisingly, this beer was there was some advertising on television, and it looked pretty decent. And but at the time, I wasn't aware of it. You know what it was, his price range, who the audience was reaching out to. But now, Milwaukee's best and Milwaukee's best premium, Milwaukee's best light, and Milwaukee's best ice, which came out in '94. The light came out in 1986. Uh, very carbonated beer, as you can see. They, I guess Miller has always made this as a value price beer, kind of the way always been a value price beer. The history of Milwaukee's best has been that it's pretty smooth, pretty decent. Um, Nothing really overpowering about it. It's a standard American adjunct lager beer. Um, like I said, I get this a lot. I had some rice and beans earlier, and just kind of just not too long ago, and I went with this, and it was very good. Um, Not much to say about it. It's a very nice little color. The lacing you can see on it, and it goes down real easy, very perfect, you know, store, a nice beer you can have, and like I said, in the fridge and keep it, and store it. Your typical standard lager smell to it. Um, I like this a lot, and I get this a lot. Miller doesn't on quality. Miller doesn't half step at all. They even with their discount or value price beers, they make sure that they give you a pretty good deal. Make sure to give you a pretty decent beer for the price that you're paying for it. Um, I really enjoy this beer a lot. Um, people diss it. The bros give it. I think it was. I saw the score about a 43, or 53. Excuse me. Not the bros. The beer advocate. The bros give it a very poor score. They don't like it. I think it's pretty good to me. Would I bring this to a cookout? Probably not. But I would bring this definitely to just for me, me and the group of my guys that I work with at my job, they will, they don't care, we'll sit and shoot the breeze and we'll drink a couple of these and do some yard work, whatever. I think they, they're not judgmental. Again, very carbonated beer, you know, um, and I think people are looking for that. It's one of those beers. I wouldn't say it's a retro beer, but it's one of those beers. Like as one guy, John Sharon, another good buddy of mine who does reviews himself, says a legacy beer. And Milwaukee's Best is one of those legacy beers, just like Mickey's, just like Bud, um, just like Coors Premium, Schaefer, Schlitz, all those retro, Pabst Blue Ribbon. All those beers are legacy beers that are not going to, savor them and enjoy them while they last, because they'll probably be gone out of your city before you know it. Um, like I said, with Old Milwaukee, I mentioned the other day I did a review on that one. I said, it was a legacy, another legendary beer that, was sold in my area in a 24 pack. Both the Old Milwaukee Light. Now they don't. Now they'll only get his Old Milwaukee and not much else. And I'll be lucky if I ever see the OML Light. So that's with Paps, and for whatever the reason. But so Milwaukee's Best, as I said. Miller. I think this is the Miller Coors. This is their sort of their value price beer. This and the light version, which I think I could stand it up against, any of their other beers. I think Milwaukee's Best is very good, a very good lager. So American Adjunct Lager score from Milwaukee's Best between a 1 to 10. I'm giving this a 9. I think it's very excellent, very good, very well made, very well balanced, and not much really else to say on this beer. Perfect with rice and beans, perfect with hot sauce, perfect with any strong super duper cheese. Um, just a pretty good beer. So anyway, just leave your thoughts on Milwaukee's Best Premium. Tell me what you think. If you like, give us your thoughts. So excellent beer. Again, a 9.5 for this beer. Something like that. If I put the score on it. But anyway, Sean Anderson Pierre, Milwaukee's Best. Not bad. Excellent. Excuse me. Excellent. American Adjunct Lager. Tell me what your thoughts are in the comments. So anyway, keep watching and keep drinking. Cheers.